Traditional Music Cylinder Project.
My name is Waneek Horn-Miller and I am Mohawk from Ganawage. I was on the Canadian women's water polo team for 9 years and I co-captained the Canadian women's water polo team in 2000 in Sydney. I do a lot of touring all over North America, speaking to Native and non-Native audiences about everything, just about motivation, about my experiences, about who I am as a Mohawk, but also how to overcome and adversity and obstacles and even trauma. I was 14 years old during the Oka crisis in 1990 and I was stabbed by a Canadian soldier. I always encourage and really inspire, try to get kids to understand in each one of them they have the potential to reach the stars, and don't undersell your stuff. Like, shoot to be not just the best on your res or best in the province or the best in Canada, be the best in the world. Being very passionate about my culture and loving to wear and to show, the best stuff that we have is something that I find is really important to me, and it's I love to show that side of myself. You know, I'm always on the go, and I'm always like, I have a 2.5-year-old and I'm traveling and I'm this and I'm in slush. I can't be worried about, am I gonna ruin it? Am I gonna, is it gonna hold up to the weather or hold up to just the basic everyday life, and how harsh you can be on your clothes. And what I like about my Manitobah Mukluks is they're very, very well made. Like, I love that good tough leather, and they have a good Vibram sole. One of the things that I talk a lot about is I like how Manitobah Mukluks didn't just put any sole on. They went to Vibram. They went to the best and made a sole with them. And it shows their dedication to the functionality of a product. And they want everybody to wear it everywhere, doing anything, whether it's powwow, ceremonies, or running down to catch my plane. I can count on them. And I talk a lot about how it really mimics the way in which our ancestors used to make our footwear. I talk about how in -30, these are still very warm mukluks. It's a way that in which I can wear my culture every day. And the sole, the Vibram sole, moves with your foot. It's very, very functional. And, almost to the point where, like, I forget almost to take them off at night when I'm going to bed. That kind of life and that kind of functionality is important to me. And being able to be fashionable while I'm doing it and look awesome is probably the cherry on top of everything. So I know that personally, I have always grown up, and as I got older and I developed my own style, it was that bridge between mainstream fashion and my own cultural fashion. And I was always trying to figure out how I could do it and look cool, and you're always trying to blend stuff. And what I love about a Mukluks is that it's super fashionable. You have a growing interest in mainstream fashion, but also having artists like Louis Gong making a beautiful Manitobah Mukluk with his design on it. It's the icing on the cake. Like, it's awesome. And I love how our young women and men are really expressing themselves with what they wear more, and that shows confidence. For having our young people being able to point to them and say, that's an Aboriginal company that is selling all over the world. When Sean McCormick graduated from the Card Center in '97, he had this idea. I want to make mukluks. I want to do this. And first he thought of, it started out in little trading, post stores, but his dream grew and grew and grew. And a big part of that passion, and I can't speak for Sean, but I think it exists in him, is knowing that there was some little kid that might think twice about thinking that they weren't worth it. It's important to me that young people see that. It's more than important, it's vital, not only the success of the Aboriginal world and our communities, but Canada. One of the big things that I'm very passionate about and I'm very proud about is the Storyboot Project. The Storyboot Project is really close to my heart because I'm a lover of handmade art, and the mukluks that I see when I go to small communities. I'll be going to a flying community and there'll be, some little old Cookham grandmother wearing these like intricately beaded moccasins. For so long, the Canadian public and the world public has seen it as a craft. And it's not. If you knew how much time it takes to get to the leather to the point where it's nice and soft and the perfect color, and then they bead it. That's an art form. Anybody can go to a store and buy boots now. They're doing it because they're passionate about it. It's who they are. It's their culture, their Cree culture or their Mohawk culture, and they want the world to see it, and they want it to pass on through the generations and to see, like, this is what my grandmother was doing and this is what my grandchild will be doing. An Aboriginal company like Manitobah Mukluks is really setting the bar really high with how they contribute back. They have the Walk With Us program, which is when you buy your Manitobah Mukluks, you can register them on the website and decide which of their 2 projects that you want to donate money to, and the company will donate $1 to either of the projects, and it's the Storybook project or the Donating to CARD, which is an employment and training center in Winnipeg. So it's a really great part of their giving back to the community. Having a population, an Aboriginal population that's so large, and to see us sort of permeating into different areas and especially into the footwear industry, and to see us right there next to Italian made, shoes. Well, everybody knows that Italian made shoes are the bomb, right? I can't wait till everybody's like, yeah, mukluks, boots, footwear, that's an Aboriginal thing. Then they associate with high quality, good fashion, and basically the best. Traditionally, footwear was very, very important to us, and often in our culture when a baby's born, or you're getting married, or even when someone passes away and they're going on to into the spirit world, they're often a brand new pair of moccasins are put on them as they go, because we say, well, you need a good pair of shoes into the next life. Well, it's to celebrate that success, whatever that is, but also a good pair of beautiful moccasins or mukluks is a way to say, stand tall, walk proud, and you need a good pair of shoes to do that.